getting better every day. Going through rehab every day.
You feel close to court work? I know part of the release was that you haven't been able to.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just taking it a second at a time. You know, every rep we do in the weight room, I just try to focus on that rep and not try to think too far down the line because, you know, I don't really know too much about this injury. I'm just leaving it to the hands of the team doctors, and I trust what they, the direction that they trying to put me in.
Does it feel similar to your previous calf injuries, or?
Nah, it was different.
How so?
It was worse.
Has it been tough mentally just not being able to be out there and do what you love, especially on the stage?
I wouldn't say tough. I mean, you get that fear of missing out on stuff, you know, like practices and shoot rounds and new game plans and stuff like that. That's what I missed the most, and obviously grinding on the court individually and with my team. But that's out of my hands, out of my control. You know, I just played as hard as I could and happened to get injured, and now my task is to try to conquer this, and I think that's the journey we on as basketball players, you know. So I'm pretty much down for anything, but I'm excited that I'm making progress.
How have you thought about their play?
Our play?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I think we've been playing great. You know, I think obviously, you know, guys have to step up, you know, especially off the bench. You know, I think Quinn and Jonas and Alfonso, obviously Sean and Andre, what they bring, but in Houston series, those guys didn't get a lot of opportunities, and I think the Portland series, coach put them out there, and they went out there and played, you know, a great brand of basketball on the defensive side of the ball, which allowed a lot of the guys off the bench to, you know, play with some confidence on the offensive side. So that was great to see, especially just watching these guys every day and building with them and seeing the ups and downs throughout the season to get that moment to go to the finals. That was amazing to see for the young players, especially.
Did you almost get hurt when took back to the hole?
I learned my lesson to, you know, jumping up and reacting plays after that game 6. A couple of those threes that went down, so I had to stay on the couch for it and show my excitement on the sofa. But it was good to see, you know, like I said, guys who haven't played much throughout the season get opportunity on such a huge stage in front of so many people, and you know, the stuff that I see every day, a lot of people don't. So for them to get that platform to show their skills was cool. I mean, to be honest, I mean, for any team to have a player that, you know, a starter, just, you know, get injured like that and not play and not travel, you know, obviously a team is going to be thinking about that. But, you know, when you got a veteran group of guys that have been through the fire, I think it was really cool to see, you know, the struggle we had in the first half as far as, you know, shooting the basketball, but how our defense stayed on par, and then second half, how we brought it all together, you know. So it's crazy watching it from a fan's perspective. Because you see the game from a bird's view, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see everything unfold from a fan perspective.
Do you get any butterflies when you're watching from home, when you're watching?
Oh yeah, every play. You know, you feel like you know exactly what each player needs to do to be successful each possession, and you know that's impossible. So each play, if we're down 17 a few times in this last series, and I'm just sitting on my couch like, yo, are we gonna guard this pick and roll? Are we gonna stop turning the ball over? And I'm just like, I told my friends, I'm like, yo, that's the shit that I do out on the court. And I know somebody probably looking at me like, yo, stop turning the rock over, run back on defense. But like I said, you know, I just try to stay engaged somehow, even though I can't play.
Just given what to this team when your body of work, how have you processed just that dumb talking point? You know, the idea of, oh, they're better without you and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get away from that, you know, because I watch the games and you watch the lead up into the games, and that's all everybody talking about. And my perspective is just like, I want to focus on rehab, but I also want to be a fan of my teammates. You know what I'm saying? I want to enjoy, you know, my teammates from a different view. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those guys sit and cheer and cheer for the rest of the guys, the starting guys. Now I get an opportunity to do the same thing. And I turn on the TV, since I can't travel with the team, all you hear is the noise. You know what I'm saying? So as a player, I think about that, and I'm just like, that's just not true. You know, that's not facts when it comes to that from a basketball perspective. And you know, but the competitive side of me, I also like to talk basketball as well. So if you're going to say something like that, I'm going to engage in it. So it's all fun, it's all cool, but I know the real.
You just kind of had a reaction to their play, and you're saying it's our play. Do you feel like there is that a split where it's like you and
Most definitely. I mean, it's been that way since I got here. It's the Warriors and KD, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that. And I felt like my teammates and the organization know exactly what I've done here on and off the court to become a part of this culture to kind of, stamp my flag in this, in this coach and this organization. I've done in, last 2 years, pretty much everything that they asked me to do, from player, from an ambassador, I guess, of the organization and the community, from working hard every single day in shoot-arounds and practice. So I know what I bring to the team, but I also know that a lot of people on the outside, don't like to see us together, and I get it.
Before you were injured, Steph talked about the vibe of the team was so good. Has that helped you guys kind of deal with all the injuries and kind of get through it?
No, I think just more so experience that everybody's been injured before. It's not the first time guys have been fighting through injuries or nags around this time of the year. We got veterans that have been through the grind for a long time, so I think we can lean on that more so than anything.
Can all the no guys stronger in some ways?
Depends on who you're talking to. Some people let it, obviously use it for fuel to make them stronger. Some guys don't look at it at all because it might distract them. Some guys like, indulging in it. It depends on who you talk to, but I think the one thing that doesn't change is the common goal between each, amongst all of us and what we want to do. And I don't think anything could get in the way of that.
Anytime you make like a social media comment, people say, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I have social media. I mean, I'm a human being with a social media account. I can see if I ventured off in to politics or culinary arts or music and give you my input, but I'm sticking to something that I know. You know what I'm saying? This is all I know.
That's not how it's supposed to be on social media. You're supposed to talk about stuff you don't know.
Yeah, but I'm actually talking about stuff that I know, which I'm kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm qualified to talk about basketball. So when I respond to something, especially if it's about me personally, of course, if I'm gonna tell you if you're wrong about it, yeah. At the moment when I'm on the training table getting treatment on my calf and I see a tweet that come by and I disagree, I don't talk to people because I'm worried about what they'll say. It's just that I'm interested. So if you talking about end game or the NBA Finals, it's the same to me. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin, obviously they've missed you on the court. They've been, a lot of the guys have been telling us that you've been very helpful behind the scenes. What sort of things you've been trying to provide for that?
Just from what I see from strategy standpoint, last series we played a lot of trap and pick and rolls, and we came down and we were down at halftime of game 2, and everybody just talking about the coverage on the ball pick and rolls, on ball pick and rolls, just chiming in and seeing how I can help and giving guys perspective from a different view, So I think that's always cool. I feel like almost a coach now a little bit. I get to analyze the game, so it's been fun.
So talk about the defense, kind of watching you watch series. As a fan watching it, what do you see about Clay's defense that maybe you don't have a chance to see when you're out there?
Well, I marvel at all my teammates when they, when I know what they could do. Especially Clay. I look forward to every matchup, even in November, of him guarding a point guard or a wing player. So nothing surprises me when these guys do anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you're supposed to do that. You're Klay Thompson. You've been around for 5 years at this level. If you don't do it, it's a problem to me. So he's been a great defender since he's been, been a starter in this league. So that's what I expect of him.
When every player is going to the locker room, all got like a text from you?
Nah, I ain't that type of guy, man. They know what they got to do. If I see something here and there, I talk to them after film or as we on the court. But these dudes ain't trying to hear me talking about what they should be doing out on the basketball court every day, no matter if I'm playing or not. You know what I'm saying? I just try to, if I see a struggle, if I see something, if I see guys need to talk to, I try to, gauge that while I'm in front of them.
If you watch even now, are you still able to learn stuff? Because you've been around this game for a long time.
I'm a master. I'm good.
You know nothing above black belt?
I'm a black belt.
Nothing above that?
I don't know, but I'm a black belt for sure.
If you're traveling for the first couple games?
I don't know. I think as we get closer to that time, we'll make a decision. Like I said, it's a process where we just try to take it a day at a time and try not to think too far down the line on what the next steps are.
Have you been able to do anything besides treatment or available?
Just treatment.
But no like weights or anything.
Just you can treat. That's part of treatment.
Oh, okay.
Physically, did you not play in that series at all?
Yeah. I mean, once I did it, I knew that it was. It'd take me some time to kind of get back to the level I was at.
The entire world seemed to be scared that it was very, very serious. Did you? I mean, in the moment, did you?
Yeah, I mean, I seen the clip, and I mean, Reggie Miller screaming, "That's an Achilles! That's an Achilles!" I mean, obviously everybody's going to be a little nervous until somebody reassures them that it's not. So,
Were you? Did you feel in your body that it wasn't that?
No, I knew how I felt once I came down from the shot. I pushed off to run back down court, and I thought somebody tripped me up. And I looked back, and I'm like, first thing that came to my mind was like, Boogie said, Kobe said, Dominique Wilkins said that, you know, felt like somebody just kicked him or did something, tripped him or something. So that's the first thing that went through my mind. I was like, let me slow down and process a bit what's going on. And then I started walking. I realized that it's, you know, I can put some weight on it. It's not as bad as I thought. And I was pretty relieved after that.
Thanks, Joe.